Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the next step here. I'll show you the result of my conversation with the AI. So I went back and forth. I'm just going to scroll through this quickly. I go back and forth with the AI. It challenges me a couple of times because I'm using too much technical jargon. And then finally it confirms, good, I understand why the project matters to me as an end user. By the way, sometimes I will say I think the AI is a little bit too strict about the technical jargon. It complains about words that, I don't know, probably shouldn't be penalized for jargon, but that's okay. Overall, it's directionally pushing you in the right direction. Okay, so I'll wrap up this activity with a couple of suggestions here. First of all, I would bookmark or save this prompt somewhere. It's a very useful prompt. If you're working on another project in the future, you can reuse the same prompt and just adapt the very beginning of it to point to your project instead of Nexus mods. The other thing I'll point out here is an important principle that's going to guide us throughout this case study when it comes to using AI in a wise way. So the principle is you want to create more than you consume. With AI, it can be very tempting to fall into this pattern of being very passive, letting it do all the work for you, and you turn into this consumer. But we want to make sure that we are active in the process, and we want to make sure that we are creating, that we are actively creating in some way. Now, in the context of learning, as you're a learner, and you're also probably career oriented, you're trying to grow your mastery of your craft so that you can become a valuable software engineer. And so in that context, there's a very specific way of thinking about creating, which is this. The goal here, whenever you're using AI, you want to make sure that you are creating a new understanding of something. I like this quote from Cal Newport. The goal is to create a new conceptual structure that has value to yourself or to the world. And so I hope that you can see that in this last activity, this Socratic method activity, you are using the AI, but it is helping you to create a new conceptual structure about the project. So pay attention to this theme of creating versus consuming as we go through the case study. Whenever we use AI, we are going to try to make sure that we are creating more than we consume.